see a black man and one man, I think of strength, black empowerment we have within, building community development. Let's continue to build our own. Let's continue to stay strong. Motivation, no matter the hate, no stopping. You just go. Listen up to Quan, John, and Queen P for giving us a voice. Speak up for what's yours and yell and make that noise. We are kings and we are queens. Melanated royalty, just getting started. Loving self and knowledge. Stack that wealth. Motivational motors, y'all.
Yeah, man. So, motivation motors back at Quan, John, Sports Mistake. So we were conversing about your man William Dr. Cosby being released from prison the other day. So we decided to share our points of view with you guys. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Portia? How are you?
I'm doing good. Man, I'm so glad we're recording this because, man, I'm feeling some kind of way.
Some type of way.
I'm feeling some kind of way.
So I'm assuming you don't feel Bill Cosby should have been released from prison.
No, I don't. I really don't. And that's not to say that I think he really did it because I don't know. That's the thing about sexual assault. It's really hard to prove, but also disprove. So I don't know. But that's not the reason I think he should be out. Or
so
that he should still be locked up.
This man, so let me get this straight. I got to say devil's advocate here. You say that this 84-year-old man should spend the next 5, 10, or maybe a year of his life behind bars.
Yes.
He should have been doing the rest of his life?
I think so because, this one's hard. It's hard to say because if you look at it from a legal standpoint, like you look at what the justice system is supposed to be like, I guess technically he really shouldn't be in jail because there was no hard evidence. There was no proof that he actually did it. So it really was just an allegation. And it was the juries that put him in based on the allegation and not really all of the evidence saying that he did it. And I guess by that logic, that means, he should neither be in or out. I mean, you can't say one or the other, right? But why I feel like he should still be in there is because, okay, he was convicted, but he got out on a technicality. And he goes around parading around wherever he's talking about it's not a technicality. Yes, it is. Because of whatever screw up happened during the trial, that's the only reason why your sentence was overturned. That's a technicality. Yeah. Like, that is by definition a technicality.
Well, I put you like this. Technicality or not, if I was Dr. Cosby, I wouldn't give a damn if it was technical or not. I'm free. So. damn, whatever it was. Technicality or whatever. But this is my thing. I'm not even going. This is not even my judgment on the case. Now, my wife and my cousin, they feel exactly how you feel. They feel I think they feel a little worse. They like Bill Cosby should rot in jail. They don't. And now this is where the errors kind of collapse. So I'm going to bring this up a little bit. My wife is from another country, and she came to America at 15. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
My cousin is a millennial.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know nothing about Bill Cosby. 85, 86, 87, 89 Bill Cosby and the Cosby Show. They don't know nothing about that. Like, for real. They are not privy to what we see this Bill. I can remember being 9 years old, man.
Right.
And we got our first full model TV, and the Cosby Show aired on that day. I think it was like a Tuesday, and we all crowded around the TV and watched this show because we was in awe of how a black man could play a doctor, a black woman could play a lawyer. Mm-hmm. They got respectable kids. They owned their own brownstone, and we was like, "Damn, this shit is possible."
And all kids went to college.
That's what it did for us. Yeah. All kids went to college, and that's what it did for us.
Mm-hmm.
From my generation. What am I? Generation X? I'm Gen X, right?
I don't know.
I'm Gen X. I'm Gen X. That's the mid '60s to late '70s. I'm that era. So that's how we look at Bill Cosby. For real, on the strip, Bill Cosby could do no wrong. Now, we were the regular layman. Now in Hollywood, you hear other stories.
Mm-hmm.
In Hollywood, you hear Bill Cosby being a prick. You understand?
Yeah.
In Hollywood, you hear Bill Cosby, you know, being this douchebag and all of that at times. You know, what was it? Someone was talking about that he, you know, have you ever seen the show A Different World? That's from my era too.
Yeah, that's a spinoff.
Spinoff, A Different World. Right. They said he's actually the one that created that also.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Cosby. They said Bill Cosby was on set one day while they was filming or whatever, right?
Okay.
And one of the actors or actresses, whomever it was, said, "Yo, he was being like this tyrant on set where they made them so uncomfortable to actually perform." And this is kind of who he was. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know. And then you got the Bill Cosby in recent years that he does his little public talks and he talks about the guys should pull up their pants and we should respect them ourselves. And then now we hear this about Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like I say all that to say is like, one, we don't know Bill Cosby, man.
We don't.
Remember, unless you were in, you know what I mean, the limelight, you don't know Bill Cosby, you don't know this guy. You know what I'm saying? And on one, in one respect, Portia, he did a lot for Black America. Man.
He did.
I'm serious. A person that would say F Bill Cosby and that's it, they bugging out.
But like you said, okay, so I'm a millennial too, but
right.
I've watched every single episode of The Cosby Show and every episode of A Different World.
Your parents are Gen X too, so that's why, you know what I'm saying?
And my sister, my younger sister, she was fascinated with The Cosby Show. So through her, I've watched every single episode. So it was like, I've fallen in love with the characters on The Cosby Show. So anytime, did you
identify with one of the characters? Who did you most identify with out of those?
Claire. Best believe I was going to go through my life being Claire Huxtable. Can't nobody tell me nothing.
You said you was Claire?
I was Claire. I don't care. I wasn't Rudy. Definitely wasn't Rudy. I wasn't Vanessa. I wasn't Denise. I wasn't none of them. I was Claire.
Yo, why Sandra was only on the show every 3 months? Where the hell was Sandra at, man? Sandra ain't look like nobody on the show.
She didn't. She was a light bright. She was.
You know that was supposed to be Whitney Houston? Did you know that?
No.
Sandra was supposed to be Whitney Houston. Was supposed to play Sandra.
I didn't know that.
Something like another technicality, couldn't do it. She got the role.
Wow.
They showed her her audition.
I didn't know that.
She got the role. Yes.
Wow. But anyways, I was Claire.
Go ahead.
And
Claire.
I was Claire. I was.
Okay.
That was my inner woman.
Yo, you know what? A lot of viewers are probably saying, I hope she ain't Claire today, because Claire is like one of the most hated black women on the planet today.
Claire or Felicia Rashad?
Felicia Rashad, I'm telling you. And you know what? You see? Hey, look, hold up. Very interesting point you made this portion of the state. You see how we mix the two? Like you see how I just mixed the two? I just did that so unconsciously. I mixed Claire and Felicia Rashad. Claire is a fictitious character. Felicia Rashad is the woman. Mm-hmm. And that's what we did with Bill Cosby and Heathcliff Huxtable.
Exactly.
We fell in love with Bill Cosby because we thought he was Heathcliff. We couldn't see Heathcliff raping nobody. Heathcliff didn't do drugs. Heathcliff wouldn't cheat on Claire. But Bill Cosby do drugs, and he was damn sure cheat on Camille. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They said, I'm just going on what I read and looked at. He got like a little house next to his house. It's like what's called an outhouse. They call it a house.
A what?
It's like an outhouse.
An outhouse. That's a bathroom.
Huh?
An outhouse is a bathroom.
My fault. I'm bugging out. Sorry. So, not an outhouse. Alright, so he got like a connection to his house, but it's a whole nother house, but it's little.
Right.
And that's That's where he used to bring his chicks to. Now, do the knowledge on what I'm saying. This is the crib. You got wifey in the crib, and you got a house connected to your house that you can bring your broads to. How gangster and how slimy is that? Meaning, wifey knew.
She knew about it. I mean,
she knew. And it makes me feel so sorry for her that what was she going through in the household that she felt like she had to take this from this man.
If she was getting her own, then I guess it's not a problem.
Okay.
Like, was she bringing dudes over? Like, was it an open relationship?
You know what? Maybe they were swinging.
Maybe.
My wife just told me. I didn't know what the symbolism of swinging was. Do you know what the symbolism of swinging is? I'm quite sure you don't because you're black. Black people don't know these things.
Swinging?
The symbolism of swinging. The symbolism. This is how do you let people know that you're a swinger without telling them? Do you know how to do that?
No, I would imagine it has something to do with keys.
No. Put a pineapple on your damn doorstep.
What?
A pineapple.
What?
I'm quite sure that the European community knows about this. Black people, we don't know about that.
Man, see, I'm glad you told me that. Because if I would have had, like, a psych-themed doormat, you know Psych, the show? That's my favorite show of all time. I would have put a pineapple on it.
Damn. We'd have had the couple knock on the door and say, hey, Portia and James.
Get that.
We'll be in a jacuzzi tonight. You guys want to join?
Okay. Thank you. No, thank you.
But I say that to say you're right. Who knows? And see, hold up. Hey, Portia, you keep on thank you for doing this. And I like that. You keep opening my mind if you're right. Who knows? They could have had an open relationship going on. We up here feeling sorry for Camille. Camille was cool fight doing her thing too.
Yo.
Camille probably was doing her thing too, and Bill was like, they don't even know. Camille's a bigger freak than I am.
Word. That's possible.
Now, check this out. Now let's bring it to the facts.
Okay.
A lot of this happened in 1970.
1970s?
The year, I'm 44 years old, and this happened the day I was born. Is it 10? Not even 10. I want to use the opposite term because I can't be a clown because if this is true, I want to be sensitive towards the victims. For real. Because this ain't light work. This ain't nothing. It ain't like he just slapped her. No. If this man was going around drugging women and then, having sexual intercourse with them while they sleep, which is crazy disgusting anyway, who the hell want to do what with Shorty? So you want her to get into it, looking in your eye. That's what you want. That's what a real man wants. He wants that. He wants the moaning and groaning. He don't want her just to be limp. What they call that when people have sex with the dead bodies? Don't they call it
necrophilia?
Word? Who the hell was that? Who was the necrophiliac? That takes the whole enjoyment out of it. But anyway, this happened in the 70s. Is it fair for these women out after 44 years? And most of them, I'm going to have to agree to it, have been paid already by Bill Cosby to shut up. Is it cool for them to come out now or don't matter? How you feel? Or don't matter?
Okay, I feel like when it first happens, that's when you need to come out about it. You can't wait. But I understand the need to wait. The fear, especially when it happens when Bill Cosby's at his height. You know what I mean? He's America's dad. Everybody loved him. So I understand.
I don't know, Portia.
I'm just listening. I understand the fear because it's like, okay, I'm a nobody going against America's dad. Like, everybody loves this guy. So I'm going to be ridiculed. So however many years later, 40 plus years later, somebody comes out and you're like, oh, me too. Me too. Me too. Next thing you know, 63 women come out saying the same thing. And it's just a domino effect. Now, I don't know if all of those women are legit, if they're right, if it really happened to them. But I understand that domino effect. Like, okay, let's say,
Yeah.
let's put it in terms of children. Okay. So I grew up with a bunch of siblings, right?
Right.
And let's say we all get in trouble for something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if my dad says, I want to know who did whatever, whatever, and if y'all don't come clean, all y'all getting beat.
Everybody getting it. That's right. Okay.
Everybody
I
getting beat.
remember those days. Yeah.
Right. So the way my dad would do it, he would say that first, but then kind of break it down so that we all felt comfortable to tell the truth. So
Right.
the first sibling would say, okay, yes, I did whatever, whatever. And if we all took part, we would all say, okay, yeah, I did too. Or yeah, I did too. Or yeah, I did too. Because he's not going to be all of us for real, for real. Turns out he actually would. But at the time, you're thinking, he's not going to beat all of us. So,
right.
We all did it. And if we all took part, then okay. But it's just easier because that first sibling went ahead and told the truth. So it was just easier for us to do it. And I imagine it's that same type of thing. So it's like, okay, this one woman said what happened to her, and I've been locking this away for 40 plus years, and I see that she's not being ridiculed. She's actually getting on the stand, and now there's a whole trial because of what he did to her. Well, you know what? It's okay for me to do it too. Like, oh, okay, you want to lynch him now? Okay, so I'm going to join in too because this is what he did to me. And so it's just like strength in numbers. So it makes sense. I can't say it's wrong for them to have waited. But 63 women is a lot.
I agree. Right. What they say, numbers don't lie, right? People lie. What they said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. True. However, I got to keep on bringing it back to the essence. Hold up now. We have to consider, which you see, I brought this up, and I thought about it. We have to look at the day and time we're speaking of now, folks. You understand me?
Right.
The 70s is about sex, drugs, rock, roll.
Okay.
For real.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
I just listened to Kwame Brown and Joe Brown's podcast yesterday, and Joe, he old school. He's from Bill Cosby era, so he let you know in the 70s he ain't condoning nothing. He just lets you know. He was my age back then, so he letting you know in the 70s. This is the example Joe Brown gave, and I don't know if this is right or wrong or indifferent. He said you can go into a Burger King and get your burger, and the woman behind the counter looks attractive, you know what I mean? And you can give her, you can say a little word to her, and she'll say to you, well, do you want dessert? And you say to her, you know what? Yeah, I would like some dessert. And she said, well, I'll be off in 25 minutes. Meet me in the back. And boom, 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 boom. They do their thing.
Right.
He said that's how readily available it was to have intercourse with the woman back then. It was okay. It was consensual. It was okay. That couldn't happen now. If that happened now, she could just straight. If he say something about I do want dessert, he could say, oh, I felt her ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't even say that you look like a strawberry sundae that I just want to devour. You're gonna get locked.
No,
right?
You can't say that.
I can't say that in this day and time. So he's bringing it back to the essence of we got to consider, and this is a man that he's a judge. He's in the legal field. He's you know what I'm saying? This is not a layman talking. He's talking real. We got to consider. Back in the day, it was like that. And he said, Bill Cosby and the women were doing drugs together. Okay? So now, see, the thing about it is the burden is on them.
Right.
But since he's black, we don't look at it like that. Just instinctively, we don't. None of us do. And that's petty that we don't do that. Instinctively, we don't look at it like that. The burden's on them. How do we prove, that's the word.
Prove.
How do we prove that this man slipped this in your drink? I don't give a damn if a million women said How do we prove that this man took the drink? We can't prove that.
Right.
That's first and foremost. There is no way I can prove unless we didn't have iPhones back in the day. There was no, and I'm quite sure Bill Cosby walked into his room and there were no cameras in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't prove that this man slipped it in their drink and put them to sleep, had sex with them. We can't prove nothing. We
Yeah.
can't even prove that he was even with none of these women at all.
Right. We
So,
can barely prove it now, though.
Since we can agree that is the truth,
Mm-hmm.
how is that man in prison? That's all I got to say. I'm not saying Bill didn't do it. I'm quite sure Bill was. He had wild money, especially with wild women, had access to any drug he wants. But how do I prove that he did that? And if I can't prove he did that, how he in jail for it? That's the only question.
Yeah.
Why? If you can't prove it, how he in jail?
I don't know. Like, I wish I would. I don't know. Was the trial publicized? Was it aired?
I don't know.
If it was, I wish I had seen it because I would like to know the evidence that was presented that led him being in jail, because he wasn't even tried for all 63 women. It was just the ex-basketball player.
The woman that he had paid the $3 million to?
What? I don't know about
$3 million?
What?
Oh, you didn't know about that?
No.
Oh, how this became a thing? Now check it out. We've been hearing this. Well, the public. We've been hearing this for the last 10 years. That's been going down. But we like, Bill Cosby, he's not going to jail. Yada yada yada. He's an old man. But it became a real thing when allegedly, not even allegedly, this is proven. He paid her $3 million to shut up.
Oh. Well, that's why he's in jail.
Huh?
Then that's why he's in jail.
Hold up. That ain't proving nothing.
Why would you pay somebody $3 million if you didn't do anything?
You're right. But maybe I like him that much where I'm paying him $3 million. Prove that I'm paying him $3 million to shut up. I can get proof that, but he gave her $3 million. Okay, of course we know it's for her to shut up. She shut up for some years, and she came back out. But she signed one of those. What's one of those documents that you signed?
Non-disclosure agreement.
She signed it. They did not care in the court of law. Think about that. They didn't give a damn.
So then, how was he tried? How was he? I'm sorry. How was he sentenced or convicted?